Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we'll be reviewing the second set of torpedoes for Wakatake. So we went over the first ones already, and today we'll be going over the second set, which has increased damage as well as increased flood chance. However, you do lose quite a bit in your torpedo speed as well as your rate of fire. However, the damage that you can do per torpedo is quite impressive, and with 4 torpedoes, it may not sound like a lot, but you can do quite a bit of work on the enemy team. So the ship itself is still the same guns, same torpedo layout, I should say, since we have the different torpedoes, and the same ship itself. So without further ado, let's toss into a game. Alright, and here we have ourselves a game. We're in a game with a team. So this might actually be very, very bad for us since we are very, very low tier right now. We're at a tier 2 and a tier 6. Alright, I might have to redo this video, but we'll go for it. I can take this on. Alright, so we have our guns, we have our torpedoes. I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied, so keep that in mind. And let's see if we are able to take on tier 6 ships with this tier 2 destroyer. Not even. So we have a Bug, New Mexico, Pensacola, Arethusa, Nuremberg, Ioba, Arethusa, Ioba, Mayhem, Hatsuharu, and Wakatake. Okay, so we're not going to use our AA at all because it's absolutely trash, especially even at this tier. But maybe we can work on some of these destroyers and the cruisers. I'm going to try and maybe stay away from the battleships, but we will see what happens. First, we're going to cap the space, though. Here are the teammates. We have a Pensacola there, and the Bogue all the way over there. Awesome. Just waiting to cap the base since no one else seems to want to go into it, so we'll cap it by ourselves, which is fine. Alright, and let's get this party on the road. Activate our speed boost. There is a destroyer over here in D, which is the next place where I will be heading. So let's see what we can do. So we have our 7-kilometer torpedoes. So we do have to kind of get really close with our torpedoes, but I think we should be okay. So there's the Hatsuharu. I'm going to do widespread right now because I don't know how she's going to maneuver. But I can still do some pretty decent damage on her with my guns if I land my hits. Okay, so now we're capping Delta. So we're going to play the points game this game, since it doesn't look like it will be very much of a benefit damage-wise. But we can see what we can do. Hey, we hit her with the torpedo. Didn't even sink her, but we were still almost able to sink her. And we got her with the guns. There is a Nuremberg right there. Probably could switch over to high explosive. Let's put some more torps in the water since she's the only real target around here. And I see that Ioba's coming over here too. So we can probably send some torpedoes downrange for her in a moment as well. It doesn't look like armor piercing is doing anything more than high explosive, so I might want to just switch to high explosive again. For our torpedoes, reloaded, but we have ships in the way. The slower speed really does make a huge difference at this tier. Alright, considering it doesn't look like we're doing much. Yeah, and she's out of range now of torpedoes. Let's just keep going. Let's see if we can work on some of these battleships, because they look like they're aground up near north of B. And while we're on our way, we can still do some more damage down here. Switching back to high explosive. And so the Nuremberg went down, the Opa is still pretty healthy. As you probably can tell, the ship is not meant to face these ships. So this is not a normal game. Like I said, I'm only in this game because of the other players that were on my team. But we're not doing too bad. And we can do a ton of damage on these battleships if we can get close enough. So let's see, what did we have? New Mexico and New Mexico. Alright, I'm pretty good with those. Maybe we can get some good gun damage on this Bogue. We can cap C as well while we're at it. Get us some more cap points, because that's going to be a lot of our experience right there. Citadels. Alright, a couple more shots there. Alright, now time to rush the New Mexico. I want to make sure my torpedoes hit, so I am going to go up a little closer. And then I'm going to fall back to cap C. No, okay, so I only launched one set of torps apparently. That's okay. Okay, now let's go over here. I can pop a smoke screen as I'm set on fire. And then pop some more torpedoes down range once they reload. And we'll see what we can do. I'm not getting as much damage as I thought I might, but then again, this is also a tier 6 ship, so who knows. Considering the New Mexico is currently in C, that's why I'm not capping it right now. But it's alright, we'll still just put some more damage down range. Maybe we can set a fire. There we go. Fire set. Alright, now I could go after this New Mexico, or I can go after the carrier. But first I'm gonna cap C. I might as well stay in the smoke until these planes go away. Though it doesn't look like my smoke's gonna last too long anyways. Well, let's see if we can get a fire on this New Mexico. Oh, the carrier's right there. Alright, so let's bring our weapons around for her. I should not need to use torpedoes. I should just be able to gun her down, but I am going to toss them out there just in case. Alright, cool, we capped C. Well, let's keep going. And you can see how even if you play this ship at a lot higher tiers than it's supposed to be, you can still do quite relatively well. My damage numbers might not be the best, but we've capped 3 bases so far, And we've done quite a bit of damage to many ships with limited damage to ourselves. We're working over this boat pretty good. We should be able to finish her off. We might as well stay here. Just sit here, because she can't launch aircraft with her fire. Our torpedoes ran out of range, that's fine. Like I said, I didn't really think they would be that useful anyways. And then we'll just keep using our guns. There's another fire. As soon as she put the other one out. They are capping Alpha, but we'll be heading back down there soon anyways. Let's see, are our teammates still alive? Yep, they're still alive. No kills to their name though. Alright, and we should be able to finish up this boat here in a second. And there we go. Awesome. And now on to the last couple ships. And so it looks like our teammates are over here staying together, which is kind of smart, honestly. I can't fault them for that. However, that is keeping the Pensacola from doing any kind of being effective at all during this game. But here we go. There's one last ship. This New Mexico looks like the carrier is dropping on her. Ooh. That's fine. Looks like she's dead in the water. We may be able... Ooh. Okay, yep. This is something that the game always sometimes does. If you ever go into that top-down look, it kind of glitches the enemy ships. And, well, now it's fixed, it looks like. But they kind of like stop moving and then like skip forward really quickly. I'm not quite sure why that causes it, or what causes it, but it's sometimes something you may run into. And we'll get a few more shell hits down range. I don't think we're going to be able to get close enough for our torpedoes for her though. So we're just going to have to suffice with our gun damages, what little we can do. And let's see what we can do. I also do have her up to, like, what is that, 41.8 knots? She's mad fast. And there we go. We have ourselves a game. So, as a tier 2 and a tier 6 game, how did we do? 84,000 damage. I told you our damage numbers weren't going to be that great. But 2 ships were sunk, 94 shell hits, 5 torpedo hits, 5 citadels, 4 fires, 2 floodings, 3 captive bases, 1 defended cap for 4,800 base XP. Top of the team. Yeah, that Pensacola pretty much did nothing. Alright, so we did 33,000 damage in our main guns. Very little in armor piercing. We did try to use it on those cruisers, but we weren't getting a lot of success. 16,000 damage in fires, 34,000 damage in torpedoes. So yeah, the ship can do quite a bit of damage. Obviously this is not the best game to show that, but she's not terrible herself. So thank you for watching, and tomorrow we'll be going over Mutsuki's second layout, since Minikaze does not have a second layout. So again, thank you, and take care.